Thank you for choosing Indonesia. What's the reason of choosing Jakarta as for the launching of the DP?
Yeah, so it was a fantastic day today.
Yes.
We kicked off with John Rice addressing the entire assembly and talked a little bit about the importance of Indonesia for us. We've been here for over 100 years, maybe it was 70 years, I think, not 100 years. So we've had a long history. The company's had a long history of doing business here in country. The launch itself is exciting to me. Even though we've been at it for a year, this is kind of our first public, coming out to the industry and to our customers to say, hey, we've arrived and we've created this new business called distributed power, and we're excited about it because we're able to now take these three terrific businesses that were a bit smaller when they were separate, put them together and get scale, and that scale can be used for better and bigger investments in our technology, having a more robust commercial front end to the business, to expand our service footprint and utilize all the assets that we have in that footprint. And then fourth, and maybe as important as anything else, so that these businesses can start to work together to bring the best products to the marketplace so that we can work on combustion technology together, so we can work on aerodynamics together, so we can start working on metallurgical breakthroughs together. So that's kind of what we were here to celebrate. And Indonesia was the perfect place to do this, and Jakarta in particular, because one, we have an installed base here, so we have our machines operating well. And when we think about where will distributed power be most adopted, quickly, I'd have to say island nations like Indonesia, the Philippines, they're absolutely ideal targets for us in terms of development. It's very difficult to have a large central power station and then run transmission lines to literally thousands of islands. So that makes distributed power an ideal choice here. The other piece of it is that they're using diesel, and diesel is incredibly expensive. And the advantages of using gas over diesel, I mean, even just if we replace the 4,000 diesel machines that the country uses today, you can imagine the economic benefit to the country. We had the Vice Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources speak to us at the launch event, and he mentioned that they were going to need between 6,000 and 10,000 megawatts a year. So that's a tremendous opportunity for the company. They also have biomass and biogas potential. So again, for us, those kind of feedstocks are ideally suited to be burned and combusted in our gas engines. So this was kind of a commingling of a number of things that made Jakarta a great place to do the very first launch.
Yeah. So GE is ready to support Indonesian government to achieve that target.
Yeah, you mean in terms of the energy? Yeah, absolutely,
security.
Absolutely. Like I said, we have signed a number of MOUs today, which represent our commitment to work with whether it's PLN or Pertamina and some of the energy developers in country to use the natural resources that are here, mostly around biomass. So if we can get these projects kicked off and use them as pilot, proof of concept kind of projects, I think we'll just see more and more come naturally after that.
So it's going to be a long-term partnership with Indonesia.
Absolutely, be a long-term partnership, and all of these you have to think of these partnerships as long-term, because the assets that the country will buy are 30, 40, 50-year life assets. So we're going to be around for a long time, supporting them with technical responses, with spare parts, services, repairs, field tech reps, and those sorts of things. So you don't go into this lightly. You have to make a commitment, and we're certainly, we've got the 70 years that we've been here. We've been, I think, a good partner, and we're looking forward to the next 70.
Okay. And what about other Asian countries? And globally. Is it any particular plan that GE Distributed Power going to have similar projects like Indonesia?
Yeah, well, and they're very all over the ASEAN region. I mean, literally from China through to the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. We have a lot of biomass projects. Not so much in China for the biomass. The other countries are more of the biomass. And there's natural gas, of course, in Thailand and Myanmar. So we've had, I would say, very different technologies in each case, but that's the beauty of distributed power.
Yes.
We can, modify what technology we offer. We can modify, the feedstocks that we use and the fuels that we use. So, I think the entire ASEAN region is going to be a model for, particularly biomass, but also just fuel diversification.
Good luck with the projects. And,
Thank you.
We thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Great, thanks.
Okay. All right.